Hi everyone, it's Gwen from Rustic Diva Design, and I'm back with another tutorial as part of the Hunt Fish Camp mini album tutorial series that I'm working on. This tutorial is where we are going to glue our pages into our cover onto the spine. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Now that you have your cover constructed, your base page is made, all the flips and flaps and pockets put in and decorated, when your pages are finished, now is the time where we put them in our album. So I'm going to show you how to do that here. So we have our cover here, and remember we have 4 pages with the L-hinge system here with the little gusset that we're going to be this half-inch portion of your page is your hinge. So this is what we're going to be gluing down to the spine. So when you are looking at this spine is 2 1/4 inches plus some matting, and we're going to fit 4 pages in here. And so I usually just try to measure it out a little. And just to get, I have a little mark here. It's just from the edge of this craft cardstock. My mark is about, it's a little over 1/4 inch, so about 5/16 in. That's about where it is. And you can, measure that or eyeball it, because you're going to have your spine showing a little on this side and a little on this side once your pages are glued into it. So with the pages, we start with page 1. So however you decorated page 1, remember there is a walkthrough video, there's the cover tutorial, and then also how to make the pages too. So this is where we are towards the end and putting our pages in the book. So I'm just getting my glue set here, my glue bottle. And so you start with page 1. Anything that might get in your way, go ahead and take it out. I think this will be fine. So we are going to add glue to this 1/2 inch portion here. Not the gusset, just the 1/2 inch, because this is what we're gluing to our spine. So once we get the glue on there, and I've kind of showed you how to do this method a few times, not with an actual cover though, so you'll have that. And then, of course, this method is going to work anytime you make these pages like this with the L hinge. So now we're going to line it up top to bottom and then use our little mark here. So that's what I'm looking at right now, just this 1/2 inch portion. And, I'm not going to lie, I get a little nervous when I do this for the first time. Putting the first page in, making sure everything is straight and lined up, and it's a thing, it's a process. So we're going to use our cover as a guide too to make sure our pages are in straight. And I'm just going to slide this over. I'm just moving so I can see. And then once you get it to where it looks good, then you're just going to glue down that 1/2 inch piece that we added glue to. And make sure it's stuck down really well. And there's page 1. Page 2 is the same. We're going to add glue to the 1/2 inch piece here. And then we're going to butt that up right next to the first one we glued down. So it's going to look like that, okay? So again, the glue. And, you know, with the decorating, your pages might not look like mine, and that's okay. Just keep them all in order when you're constructing your album. So now if I can I want to move this just a little bit so that I can see what I'm doing, because this album is like the actual finished product for me. So just lining these up together, and however you have to finagle and move things around, do it. And that looks okay. Maybe just a little bit more. Making sure it's straight. And then that's it. There it is. Okay. Okay, and page 3, same thing. We are going to glue this and butt that up right next to page 2. Okay. Let's see, I'm just checking, making sure I'm doing things the right way. And, you know, I always tell you dry fit, because I do it a ton, because there's times where I've screwed up. I've glued pages in the wrong way and had to take things apart, had a panic attack because I didn't think I'd be able to get it apart, you know. Oh man, so I make sure things fit first before I glue them down. So again, we're just butting this one up to page 2 and just making sure everything is even and straight. However, sorry, I'm wiggling the table. I moved it a little bit and that looks a little crooked. So you just straighten it out. And then press that down. We have 3 pages in so far. This is easy. Okay, now the 4th page, I'm just going to take this part out because it likes to fall. So this is page 4, and it's going to go like this. So I know this is my page 4. This page, when you glue it, does the 1/2 inch portion gets folded the opposite way, because, hang on a second, this way. Fold it up towards your page, because this is going to glue on top of page 3, the hinge for page 3. So it's going to look like this, okay? We're going to glue it on top of that, and that's what you'll have. Okay? So instead of doing it all 3, always the last page is the opposite way with the hinge. So we're going to add glue to the hinge again. Get that in there for you. Not that you need to see me adding glue. I know it's boring. Okay, and once you have all your glue on, then we're just going to lay this on top of that last hinge piece we put in. You don't have to smash it right up against that score line. Give it a little room, and then again, making sure things are straight. And once you have it where you need it to be, then you just press it down. And then get in here with your tool and burnish that down good. So once I get the pages glued in, then I just like to let the book sit for a little while just so the glue can take hold really well. So I'm not moving pages back and forth and, you know, bringing things up that you don't want to come up after you glue them. So with my bone folder, I'm just making sure those are glued down good. Okay, so here we have 4 pages glued in, and I'm just carefully showing you. So you'll have a little bit of your spine showing on the right, and then a little bit of your spine showing on the left. So that's what your pages will look like once you have them glued in. Okay, so there we go. That's the page gluing part of the tutorial. I can see where I need to just make sure that this is glued down well again. So I'm just going to leave it sit here for a little bit so that it can take hold better before moving on. Okay, so that's all we have for this portion of the tutorial for the Hunt Fish Camp mini album. So be sure to watch. I would say watch all the way through if you're interested in making this album, because you know, each part I mess up sometimes. So if, you know, I'd hate to have you start cutting and gluing things down before you watch the entire tutorial. So make sure you do that. So there'll be the cover, making the cover and the base pages is one part. And then there'll be, well, the walkthrough, the making the cover and the base pages will be another part. And then how to put your pages together, you know, with the flaps and pockets and all that, that'll be another part. And then this page, gluing the pages to the spine. So there'll be several parts because I'm making this album and I'm filming it as I go in portions so that I can show you start to finish. So that's it. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. Let me know if you're making an album and how it's going. You know, let me know how your projects are going or your process. And if you have questions along the way, I'd love to be able to help you if I can. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would do that. And as always, thank you for watching.